Hello, gamers, and welcome to the show. This is the End User Report. This is actually episode 9. Today's show, we talk City of Heroes, and we also count down the top 5 Xbox Live Arcade games to come out so far this year. So as always, V, you have the news. What do you got?
I'm going in a different area this time with the news. It's going to be to the world of comic book heroes. I've always been interested in Comic-Con, and Comic-Con's set for July 21st to 24th in San Diego this year, which is actually this weekend. So if you're going, have a great time with all the autograph booths, great merchandise, and so many gaming rooms that they have set up that you can go to. And know that I envy you. Maybe next year I'll finally make it. It'll be exciting.
I'm surprised you're so interested in going to this thing. I mean, like, you don't live in the basement or, you know, eat peanut butter and jelly with
not everybody that goes to Comic-Con's all
right?
about that. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars.
Okay.
I got that at
episode, you know, episode 4, 5, and 6, or 1, 2, and 3?
4, 5, and 6.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
Okay, one tidbit about Comic-Con this year that caught my attention. That the Paragon team will be talking about a top secret release coming later this year for the game City of Heroes. For those of you like me not familiar with City of Heroes, it's a PC MMO where you can choose your 3D character and have tons of options to customize it to your own preference.
Yes, for all you people again who aren't really familiar with it, City of Heroes is the MMO that's not quite as good as World of Warcraft, so I just want to throw that out there.
Oh, stop it. I got interested about City of Heroes when I read that the Paragon team, the studios sit down. It's such a big group of people. I mean, not very often you get the lead designer to sit and talk about this new secret release. It's a top secret one. I don't know. It sounded interesting. It was different. And a little bit about the game. You can create your character's unique costume and choose from hundreds of powers. If you are a hero, you get to fight evil, confront supervillains, aliens, madmen, criminals, and other fearsome foes. I don't know.
Like Lex Luthor?
Comic, yeah, like Lex Luthor. You get to be your own comic book. I could be Superwoman.
But you don't actually have to fight Lex Luthor,
Superwoman
right?
If I wanted to be.
Well, not really. You couldn't be Superwoman unless you wanted to play, you know, DC Universe. But
oh wait, you can get a person like Superwoman. You can create your own costume.
But it's
down
not
to
really.
the T. Yeah, but it's like it's your own version. Very personalized. You can form your own group of superheroes, band together, basically an alliance, group together and fight evil foes. Yeah. You can explore their cities. They got skyscrapers, slums, sewers, streets of Paragon City, sprawling online metropolis that offers unlimited adventures and countless surprises. So it's deep. It's not just here's one level, this is all you get to do. You get to do just a little bit more in regards to options. You can become an integral part of the storyline. Basically, it changes up on how you act in the story. The villains can come after you if you hit a certain group of villains. They can form a posse and just start kicking your butt. I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
So violent.
And you can choose to be a villain. And the sequel to the City of Heroes, they got City of Villains. And for that, you can become an infinite villain, starting from this low-level thug, little low-level man not doing anything, to legendary arch criminal. I can't read anymore. You can choose to take on all different kinds of heists, kidnappings, infiltrations, and basically just be badass. Oh, I swore. Sorry.
Well, you were a villain, so we'll let it slide.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think if I actually get into the game, I'll be a villain first. And it's kind of cool because when you sign up for the game and you buy it, it's $29.99. The bundle comes with a serial code for the account creation. You get access to the full City of Heroes and City of Villains via downloadable game content. You get access to the full City of Heroes Go and Grow expansion. You get 1 month of game time. Activation was a valid credit card. Basically, you got to pay it front because you're only going to charge every month. Monthly fees $14.99, and it's not that bad, I guess, for a monthly MMO. If you plan on doing it a lot, and you're really serious gaming-wise.
Well,
You're stuck in your chair.
The only people who really get anything out of those games are the people who are going to play that a lot. Games like that are really going to take a lot of time. Case in point, World of Warcraft. It takes a lot of time and effort to kind of get to the pinnacle of your abilities in these types of games. If you want to get anywhere, count on spending a lot of time in front of the computer.
Lots and lots.
So, as far as Cities of Hero goes, a lot of people do kind of make the comparisons to World of Warcraft. It's usually said that where City of Heroes really excels and kind of has the advantage is with character customization, whereas World of Warcraft has superiority of endgame content. So, really, they're both good games. It's just a matter of where you have your preferences.
True. All I gotta say is, I want to be a villain.
Yeah, that's obvious.
I want to slice and dice people.
Yeah, we know that about you. That's why we call you Knives Chow. But that does it, at least for City of Heroes. So let's get into the reason why we're here today. And we're going to talk about the top 5 Xbox Live Arcade games that have come out so far this year. The year's a little more than about halfway over, so we thought now would be a good time to actually review and take a look back and talk about some of the downloadable goodies that have come out so far this year.
There's so many of them.
There are so many of them, and today is actually the start of, if you are a smart person and you have an Xbox.
Hey, PS3 is just as good.
Yeah, just as good and terrible.
Stop it. I like my little big.
But today starts their Summer of Arcade, and there's a lot of good games that are coming out. So let's start this list off, and we're going to start this out at number 5, and we're going to talk Hard Corps Uprising. And if you're a fan of Contra, you want to pay attention. Basically, if you play Contra, you know the deal. You jump, shoot your way through 8 action-packed levels. This is basically a Contra prequel. Old school gamers will notice that there are some weapons and bosses that are actually ripped right out of Contra and thrown into this game. The game is challenging, even frustrating at times, but Rising Mode offers a little bit of an option. You can actually use credits to upgrade your character, make them better, give them different abilities. So if you like action, cool power-up, and challenging stages, Hard Corps Uprising is a game you might want to look at. I know you got to play it a little bit. Any thoughts on it?
Like any arcade game, it's awesome. Lots and lots of shooting.
Yeah, that's see.
Hey, I'm all about fighting, shooting, and cutting up. Leave me alone.
So, Hard Corps Uprising right now on Xbox Live, 1,200 Microsoft points. Next, coming in at number 4, we've got Bangai-o Missile Fury. Now, saying this game has over-the-top action would be probably the understatement of the year. You've got missiles flying at you in just about literally every direction as you try to blast your way through almost over 100 insane levels. This game isn't deep story. The concept is pretty simple. Blow everything up and survive. But that's easier said than done. I know you realized that. You were playing that a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So if you just want to blow things up, that'd be you. You definitely want to check out this game. 800 Microsoft points.
So worth it. I got a little overwhelmed though.
A little overwhelmed?
Those missiles were coming all over the place, man.
You lasted longer than Isaiah. He was 2 seconds, and it was kind of like, what happened?
Yeah. Fun.
Alright, coming in at number 3, we got the follow-up to Explosion Man, and that's Misplosion Man. And the idea and the look of it is kind of ridiculous, but if you can actually look past that, you'll find a very challenging and almost kind of insane platformer. This game features 50 levels to get through, whether you're in single and multiplayer mode, and the cool thing about that is the levels are actually different, whether you're playing single or multiplayer, so you're going to want to go through both to actually get the whole feel of the game. And as you realized very quickly, the game is all about timing. You can explode 3 times, and the idea is to time your explodes to get past obstacle after obstacle and try not to die. And another thing in this game that really stands out is personality. The character of Misplosion Man, who was created by accident after scientists celebrated capturing Explosion Man, She has a knack for singing and just spouting out 90s pop culture.
Dancing.
And dancing,
Don't forget
too.
the dancing moves.
I mean,
you really, Carlton.
Yeah, you really can't help but laugh when you see her start doing the Carlton dance. It really makes the game a little bit more enjoyable, that little feature right there. So, also, you got to throw in there the clever level design. 800 Microsoft points, in my opinion, is a steal for this game. What do you think?
It was really cool. It was fun. When she found shoes on one of the levels, that was a good chunk of change that you got from them. It's just shoes. She just did the little dances and stuff. That's kind of cool.
You just like it because of the shoes.
Yeah, probably. They were kind of hot heels.
All right.
So, I gotta say that I like the fact that they made her blow up the scientist. And then she got a point.
You would like that because you're sadistic.
Up the scientist.
Coming in at number 2, and this is the game that is actually playing behind us right now, is Outland. And this is actually a beautiful 2D platformer. You play as an ancient warrior who sets out to save a dying world. But this is just more than an action-oriented side-scroller. Early on, you gain the ability to shift between light and dark, and that's what makes this game really challenging. You have to actually learn to use this ability to fight enemies, gain access to new areas, and just plain survive in this game. Precision controls and beautiful effects make this a great game to add to your collection. Another game that's up there for 800 Microsoft points. Any thoughts on this one?
It's pretty cool. It does look really challenging. Like right now, this portion of it, you gotta switch between the blue and then the red, which is light and dark.
Light and dark,
yeah. In order to get up the platforms. And doing that during jump. Woo! Hello.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Another challenging platform game that, again, really, most of it is about timing.
I'll be dead really fast. And not wanting to come back to life.
That's called every game you play. We've
We've
seen you play Dragon Age 2.
I did good on explosions, so I don't want to hear it.
On the 5th try, yes, you did.
No, it was the second try by myself. First time I needed a little
and there was
help.
a couple tries you had with some help, but that's...
Just one try. Stop it. Hang my head in shame.
Alright, so here we are. We're at number 1. We're at the pinnacle, or the apex. Coming in at number 1, a game that's a little odd.
Drum roll, please. I don't hear drums.
I don't do that anymore. I'm tired from drumming. Coming in at number 1, we have
Trenched. In this game, you control a giant mech-like machine called the Trench. The great thing about this game is that it is a shooter/tower defense hybrid. This isn't just another mindless shoot-'em-up. The objective of the game is to set up turrets and use your trench to destroy waves of enemies while defending targets. As you progress in the game, enemy types vary, so you'll have to stay on your toes. One of the best things about this game is the fact that you can collect loot from your foes to make enhancements to your trench. Additionally, you can use scrap that they leave behind to build more turrets during your missions. Your style of play will determine the kind of upgrades you buy, and there are plenty to choose from. The campaign is a good length. You also have the option to play online with 3 other people. Overall, this is a fast-paced, third-person shooter/tower defense game with good graphics, a good story, and high replay value. You have to check this game out. It is well worth the 1,200 Microsoft points.
That's really cheap. A lot of those arcade games of rock.
And you know what? One thing, they will play a lot better if you get an Xbox and not a PS3.
I know, stop it. I'm going to get one eventually. Then I'll have dual
You might as well
systems.
just wait. The new systems are coming out next year. Why spend your money? Just save it.
I'll get the Wii U. Woohoo!
Wii U. I don't think you'll be allowed to get a Wii U.
Hey,
I think your boyfriend wants good games.
Smurf
and a
dancing
good system.
game that's coming out for the Wii. It looks pretty.
Did you hear that? Smurf and dancing. 2 things that should never be combined in a sentence
Come on,
together.
little blue guys dancing around. Yeah.
Yeah, they had that. It was called the Blue Man Group, and that was much better. But I think that about wraps it up for us here at the End User Report. This is Clarence.
I'm Veronica.
You can always follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Emails.
Always watch. Yeah, see, do you even remember? Actually, we have to change it now because everything's under the End User Report now. So The End User Report is where you want to send your emails, and that's at gmail.com.
And user report gmail.com.
Yeah, at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Write that down because it takes you 3 episodes to remember it. We know
Shut
that.
up.
But that's about it.
Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.